All right, everyone, settle down, settle down. So, today, we are not just talking about some drugs from a textbook. No, we're talking about weapons. Weapons in a never-ending war, a proper arms race against an enemy that's been around for billions of years, bacteria. And in this war, we're going to focus on two of our main champions today. One is a modern sniper, and the other is the original wall breaker. So this is the big question for all of you as future doctors. It's not just about writing a prescription. It's about strategy. How do we actually win this war? You have to know your weapons, you have to know what they do, and you have to know the enemy's defenses. So come on, let's jump right in. So here's our battle plan for today's class. First, we'll get to know our weapons, focusing on two big ones, ciprofloxacin and penicillin. Then we'll see how these clever bacteria have started fighting back. After that, how we've upgraded our own arsenal in response, and finally, what the future of this fight is going to look like. So please, pay attention. This is very, very important, not just for your exams, but for your entire medical career. Great then. First up, let's talk about ciprofloxacin. I want you to think of this drug as the modern sniper rifle in our arsenal. It belongs to a family called fluoroquinolones, and just like a sniper, it's very precise, it's very powerful, and it's effective against a whole range of targets, what we call broad spectrum. Now look at this word here, bactericidal. This is absolutely crucial. Ciprofloxacin doesn't just, stop the bacteria from growing. No, it actively kills them. It's a direct kill. This is a huge advantage, especially in very serious infections, where you need to get rid of the threat fast, not just contain it. Okay, now don't get scared by this table full of numbers. Just focus on our drug for now, ciprofloxacin. Look at its oral bioavailability, 60 to 80%. What does that mean for you? It means when your patient takes a tablet, a very good amount of that drug actually gets into their bloodstream to fight the infection. And the half-life, you see, is 3 to 5 hours. This just tells us how long the drug stays active, and that's why we typically give it twice a day. Simple, no? So, what are the missions for our sniper? All right, this is a real workhorse drug. It's excellent for UTIs, for serious bone infections, and for moderate to severe gastroenteritis. It used to be a first-line drug for typhoid fever, but now resistance is a big, big problem there. And very important, please remember, it is the drug of choice for anthrax, a very versatile weapon in our hands. But listen, every powerful weapon has a safety manual, and you must know it. The common things are nausea, maybe a bad taste. Some people feel a bit dizzy, and you must tell your patients to be careful when they're driving. But more seriously, though it is rare, there is a risk of tendon damage. And this last point, remember this for the rest of your life. Fluoroquinolones are absolutely contraindicated in pregnancy. This is a must-know point, no excuses. All right, now let's shift gears to our second champion, the one that actually started this whole revolution, penicillin. If ciprofloxacin is a sniper, then penicillin, well, it's like a battering ram. It's the original miracle drug, first used way back in 1941, and its main job is to smash down the enemy's fortress walls. Now, look closely at this chemical structure. You see that little square in the middle? That is the beta-lactam ring. This is the warhead. This is the business end of the molecule that does all the damage to the bacteria. If this ring is broken, penicillin is completely useless. So how does it work? It's beautiful, really. The bacterial cell wall is made of these long chains, see? And they are held together by these crosslinks, kind of like the rungs of a ladder. This is what gives the wall its strength. So penicillin, our beta-lactam antibiotic, comes in and it blocks the enzyme that builds these links. The wall becomes weak, it can't handle the pressure inside the cell, and poof, the bacterium just bursts open and dies. A very elegant and effective mechanism. But the story doesn't end there, because the bacteria, well, they're not stupid. They are survivors. After we started hitting them so hard with penicillin, they evolved. They developed a countermeasure, a defense system to protect their walls. This, my friends, is where the arms race truly begins. So what did they come up with? Their main defense is an enzyme called penicillinase. You can think of it like a molecular shield, or even better, a pair of tiny molecular scissors. Its only job is to find our penicillin weapon, find that critical beta-lactam ring we just talked about, and snip it open. And just like that, the weapon is disarmed before it can even reach its target. Very clever, no? But did we give up? Of course not. We're humans. Our scientists went straight back to the lab. They took the original penicillin molecule and started tweaking it, modifying it, creating what we now call semi-synthetic penicillins. We had to upgrade our arsenal to get past the enemy's new shield. And this is what they came up with: a whole family tree of new penicillins. First, we made some that were acid-resistant, which was great because now you could finally take them as tablets. Then, and this was a huge step, we developed penicillinase-resistant ones, like cloxacillin, which were specifically designed to be immune to the bacteria's scissors. And we also created extended-spectrum penicillins, like ampicillin and amoxicillin, which could attack an even wider range of bacteria. Each branch of this tree is a new weapon for a different kind of battle. So all of this brings us to the clinical reality, to your reality. As doctors, you will be standing on the front lines of this war every single day, and you will have to choose your weapon very, very wisely based on the battle you are facing. It is all about strategy. So this is the main point I want you to take home today. The strategies are completely different. Penicillins are battering rams, attack the cell wall, but their biggest weakness is that penicillinase enzyme. Ciprofloxacin are sniper. It completely ignores the wall and goes for a target deep inside the bacterium, its DNA machinery. By targeting different things, they give us options. But you have to remember, bacteria are now finding new ways to develop resistance against Cipro also. So you have two different weapons, two different strategies, and two different sets of vulnerabilities that you must know inside and out. And that leaves us with this final thought. This arms race, it's far from over. Bacteria will always evolve. They will always find new ways to defend themselves. So the real question for your generation of doctors and scientists is this: how will you innovate? How will we design the next generation of weapons to make sure we always stay one step ahead in this critical fight for human health? Think about it. Thank you.